Hello folks. I thought I'd give a little guided tour of the amplifier project where I am right now and explain what's coming next. You can see this is the tank compartment. These are the three surplus 4CX250B tubes. It's the plate choke, safety high voltage resistor, output capacitors, coupling capacitors. The components inside are this is the this guy here is the plate capacitor. There's padding capacitors and a high voltage relay. Excuse me, congestion this morning. And then it feeds a rotary inductor, and the rotary inductor goes to has a shunt load capacitor on the output up here. I think you can see that. And then it goes to the output transmit receive relays. These are vacuum relays, work really quick. This guy here is an extra inductor that's switched in to increase the inductance of this just for 160, and it also has a little vacuum relay down in behind it there. All of those tank components, the two capacitors and the inductor, have stepper motors on them, and they're controlled by cables that go to stepper controllers. Excuse me. The bottom bottom area is all power supplies transformers. These two guys here are the high voltage transformers. Feed the high voltage rectifiers, high voltage capacitors. This sits in there. And this guy now has a capacitor a transformer that custom wound thing that feeds the filaments in these tubes and the blower for the grid compartment. This is the grid compartment under here. On top are some high voltage switching relays, plus at the back, I'm not going to roll around there because most of you have seen that. That's the balancing device I have for putting a little tiny bit of bias on the cathodes to balance these to make them all the same. There's a couple more transformers. This one is an auxiliary 12 volt transformer. Behind it is the screen transformer, and there's a little transformer under there which provides the bias. And a dog has just showed up with a ball. Yes, Autumn. We won't play with that right now. Normally there's a cover that goes on here, and on top of that are some circuit boards that control the automatic tetrode control stuff. There's also a little board that's going to mount here, which has stepper motor drivers. It's these guys here, and a couple little shunt regulators for making some sub voltages. And then there's a little plate that mounts on the front here, and on the outside of that is a little Arduino, which will be one of these guys. There's an Arduino, and that's actually going to run all these tank components and switch them around for me. And it'll mount outside so that I can just remove a simple cover from that and plug a laptop into it for doing tuning. Yes, Autumn, I know. So I'm just going to button up some of this power wiring, transformer wiring, and put the high voltage back in place. And then what I'm going to do is actually do this dog's trying to get my attention here. Then I'm going to do a little bit of software. I'm going to plug in just temporary hookups to these stepper components and get them all working and kind of set up right. And then I'll finish doing the rest of the control wiring. So that's what comes next.